Hi everybody and welcome back to the channel. Now this is a short video, it's not a technical video, it's a follow on from the previous video that I uploaded to the channel about this camera, the Lomo LCA-120 medium format camera. And in that video I showed you around this camera how it works, etc, how to load film in it, and I also showed you some of the test images I took with it. And I was very surprised the way this camera performed, but I really wanted to test it in a real life situation. So a couple of weeks ago, me and my wife decided to go for a short break to Cumbria, to the Lake District, a beautiful place in England, and I took the Lomo, and as I say, just to see how it would perform in different lighting situations, just walking about with it. And so this is what this video is about. It's just a pictorial documentation of our four-day break there. Now I have to say that the camera worked flawlessly for me. The exposure meter was absolutely spot on. I love the 38mm wide angle lens on medium format. It has a different look to the wide angle lenses on a 35mm. The equivalent in 35mm to this is 21mm, but this 38mm on medium format looks more normal. It doesn't tend to have that wide angle look of, say, 21mm on 35mm. So you know, the lens is absolutely superb as a walkabout lens, actually on this format as a general purpose lens. Now I tested the camera in different lighting situations, on bright days, dull days. I even took pictures inside tunnels with light coming in from the entrance to it, and the camera was giving me the two lights warning me that the shutter speed was slow, but I just carefully pressed the shutter button, and I got some really nice pictures, as you'll see in the pictures that I'm going to show you next. And as I say, in all those lighting situations, the meter on this camera gave me nearly perfect exposures. The only thing with the camera where I did tend to struggle a little bit was with the scale focusing using this lever, and I found that sometimes in lower lighting situations that obviously the camera is going to tend to pick a wider aperture to keep the shutter speed up, and by doing that you lose the depth of field, and some of the pictures that I did take were slightly out of focus, a little soft. But you know, these type of cameras, such as the Holga, the Diana and the Lomos, they have this characteristic look to them that even when the pictures are slightly out of focus, they still look very nice. I've got this pictorial quality, this look to them, so I didn't really mind that. But I think the best way to get sharp pictures with this camera is to use it at the infinity setting, and that way you're going to get depth of field running from 10 feet to infinity. The other option is to use the faster film to force the camera to stop the aperture down more. Now in this video I loaded into the camera Ilford FP4. I rated it at 200 ISO because I was developing it in diaphine, but I think the next time I use it I might try, I will try a faster film, 400 ISO. I might even uprate the film to 800 ISO and again develop it in diaphine, and that will give me a little bit more depth of field, and when I'm using the camera closer in, I should get sharper pictures. Because as I said in the previous video about this camera, don't always use it on the infinity setting. Try these closer settings because you will get some really interesting pictures from this camera. So I won't waffle on anymore. I'll show you the video now of the pictures that I took. I didn't video me taking the pictures, it's just a pictorial documentation of our visit to the Lake District. So let's take a look at the photographs I took with the Lomo LCA-120. Can't find my glasses. And I'll just have to carry on. I can just see, it's just a bit of a blur, but I can manage. Right, I hope you enjoyed the pictures I took in the Lake District. I hope you enjoyed the pictures in the first video, and I think it goes to show how capable a camera the Lomo LCA-120 is. It's a camera I think's been worthy of doing 2 videos. In the first video I show how the camera worked, all its functions, how to load film in it, the test images, and then in this second video, actually on holiday, walking around and showing what pictures you can come up with these type of cameras. Now the camera is quite unique, sits in the medium format section of film cameras, but it is unique with its 38mm wide angle lens, its built-in light meter, automatic exposure, built-in viewfinder, all in a lightweight package that does make it quite unique and fun. The only camera that I can think comes near to it is the Hasselblad wide. That has the same 38mm lens, the same maximum aperture of f4.5, but that camera is going to cost you a lot more than this camera. It's a camera that doesn't have a built-in light meter, it's a lot heavier, it doesn't have a built-in viewfinder. This camera comes in all one package. The Hasselblad can be used as a point and shoot with the nature of its wide angle lens. If you use the depth of field or the hyperfocal distance on the lens, you can use it as a point and shoot camera, but not the same as this. So it does make this camera really unique. If you were going to try medium format wide angle photography and you wanted this fixed focal length lens, wide angle lens, don't suddenly go out and buy the Hasselblad wide. Try one of these. If you like it, you're going to save a lot of money. If you didn't like it, you can sell these. They're quite rare to buy nowadays, and they hold the price very well. So as I say, before you try the Hasselblad, try this, and I think you, like me, you will really enjoy using this camera. Now before I finish the video, there's one other picture that I want to show you, just to show you how good the light meter is on this camera. It's a picture of our little dog Dougie. He was sat on the windowsill. Keep in mind he's a white dog, and behind him we've got glass and bright light outside coming through the window. I put the camera on its closest scale focus of 0.6 of a metre, hoping I'd get it in some sort of focus, which I have done, and just pointed the camera as it's designed to do and took the picture, and it come up with a really good exposure considering the lighting conditions. And it produced a negative that was really easy to work with. It didn't blow any of the highlights, all the detail was there, as was the shadow detail. So you can rest assured, if you go out with this camera 99% of the time using the built-in automatic meter, it's going to give you good exposures. So it does give you confidence just to walk about as it's designed to do, point and shoot. A great camera, fun to use. Right, that concludes my review of this camera. If you've enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, a like, subscribe to my channel. If you have any questions, leave them below and I'll get back to you. And as I always say, stay safe, and I'll see you all in the next video. The Lomo LCA-120. Now I'll go see if I can find my glasses.